What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode of Wrexham. This is episode number 70, and it is the long-awaited episode. Yes, it has been a few weeks since we uploaded. Life's been busy, and I know I've kept you on tenterhooks because we have one more episode left. In episode 69, we secured a place in the Championship playoffs in our fourth season with Wrexham. As you can see the table there, we will face Watford in a two-legged tie to see who can make it to Wembley to the final for a place in the Premier League. Well, as I mentioned last episode, we went 2-1-0 in that game. In that episode, sorry. 2 wins in the last 3 to secure a playoff place, including a 4-2 win over our rivals Cardiff in the final on the final day. Rocco Vatto and Luke Chambers returned from injury, but we did lose Will Smallbone for the rest of the season. Yet another broken toe injury. It's happened too many times for us, too many times. We also gave out the player awards second season now that we've done this, after you guys suggested we do this each season. I really enjoyed it, and this season Yuri Regier swept up. He won the player of the season and the signing of the season awards, whilst Alfie Devine collected a young player of the season. So we head into today's episode, and it is the first of 2 games against Watford, the Hornets, who we drew twice with them in the league, and they actually battered us 4-0 in the FA Cup last 16. So we are yet to beat them in 3 attempts. Watford also unbeaten in their last 4 games, winning 3 of those. So both teams coming into form as we enter some of the biggest games it's for sure the biggest games in this career mode for us so far. 4 seasons in, and we have the chance to end today's episode a Premier League side, which is just crazy. It's really cool to see. Obviously, Wrexham in real life, they're now in League One, and they're doing well. They're up there, man. They're pushing for back-to-back promotions, just kind of like we're doing in the game. So fingers crossed they can do it. Well, going into this one, Earl continues at left back despite Chambers being back, because Earl's actually kind of impressed me at left back. He's done okay for me so far. Milner and CDM for Smallbone, obviously because the players played just a few days ago. The fitnesses aren't there just yet, although I did sub some of the players off during the Cardiff game with fitness in mind with this one coming up. Watford would take a 1-0 lead. Pedrosa grabbing the goal. I think Johnson should have done better, to be honest, but the lead would not last long. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, what a hero he's been for us. He converts Jewison Bennett's pullback, and we are tied at 1 apiece. Also, just before both those goals, Ismaila Koulibaly picked up a booking in the 13th minute, which actually means he misses the second leg of this one. I didn't realise at the time, but that booking means he will be suspended for the second leg, which is a killer blow. Well, with 7 minutes to go before the break, Watford would retake the lead. Pedrosa grabbing his and Watford's second goal of the game. Herrera with assist. Maybe Johnson could have done better with this one. He kind of gets screened by his own player, to be honest. Not much he could have done there. And then on the stroke of half-time in the first half, Regier with the cross in gets headed out, and Watford clear, and the referee would blow for the half-time break there, and we would going into the first half. No time to panic. We still got 45 minutes here. We still got another 90 minutes back at home, but I wanted to go back to North Wales with some sort of result in our hand, with a draw or even a win. Well, that was not looking likely 10 minutes into the second half. We did make a sub at half-time. George Evans coming on for James Milner, but Sekou Mara, the former Southampton attacker, grabbing Watford's third goal. Pedrosa, again with a goal involvement, this time turning provider as he found Mara, and he smashes it past Sam Johnston to make it 3-1. With 15 minutes to go, Alfie Devine would find substitute George Evans, who would have a great chance, but Bachmann, the veteran goalkeeper, with a big save. How big could that be going into the final few minutes, and then into the second leg as well? But from the resulting corner, it would come in. Initial header is saved. I think that was Aubameyang's header that was saved by Bachmann. But Jarrell Quansah, who is becoming a goal machine, leaps up and heads home. His 4th episode in a row, with a goal. What a time for him to grab yet another goal, and we are back in this. And Rocco Vatto is driving down the right now. He finds Lewis Dobbin, who's just been subbed on. Dobbin, can he find someone in the middle? His pass is blocked. Big chance there. And now Watford looking to seal the game, but again we win the ball back. Jewison Bennett with a brilliant turn. He beats his man, taking on Pollock. Jewison Bennett into the box, squares it. Who's there? Rocco Vatto! Come on! 90th minute, and we are tied. When Mara had given Watford a 3-1 lead 10 minutes into the second half, I thought, oh God, it's another game without victory against Watford. And to be fair, it will be another game without without victory against Watford. But we've clawed it back and we are taking back something to North Wales. Jewis and Bennett, what a turn it was just inside Watford's half. Drives through 3 defenders and squares it. Dobbin, I think, missed it, but Vata gets to it, and Bachmann can't deny the Irishman. As we're frozen there, apparently. Rocco Vata, he could have potentially been player of the season had it not been for that 3-month injury, but he is back with a bang. What a time to get it, and we are tied 3 apiece with Watford as we head into a few minutes added on. Herrera down the left. He actually dispossesses Josh Earl, who should have dealt with that better. Kone, surely not. Oh my God. Wow. I mean, Sekumara, I can't even. Wow. Sekumara grabs his second goal of the game, Watford's 4th. And despite a 90th minute equaliser from Rocco Vata, Watford get a 94th minute winner. Thankfully, we have a 90 minutes to go because Josh Earl was dispossessed. The ball found into Kone, who finds Mara. I don't know what the hell Sam Johnson's doing, just unnecessarily diving at the ball and just presents an open goal for Mara. It's infuriating, you know. It is infuriating because you work so hard to get back into that game, and then something like that happens. Not Johnson's best game, I'll be honest. As we look at the stats here, Aubameyang, Vata, Kwanzaa, with our 3 goals. Jewis and Bennett with 2 assists. He was brilliant again. But yet again, it's another game where we have not beaten Watford. 4 times this season we've faced the Hornets. 2 draws, 2 defeats. We faced them 1 final time this campaign. We have to beat them. Otherwise, our season is done. And it's going to be a 3rd season in a row in the Championship. As you can see there, the other game, Norwich, getting a big 3-1 win at Ewood Park, taking a commanding lead back to Carrow Road as they look to book their place in Wembley. And there you can see Ismaila Koulibaly gets his suspension. That is a killer blow for us, considering the injuries and injuries that we have already. Well, this is it, now or never. What a game, what a moment this is. We're facing a side that we've faced 4 times this season. We have not beaten them yet. We have to win. We have to win. It is as simple as that. And just on top of that, we've got players who aren't fit enough to start because the turnover between games is just a few days and we don't have the depth to rotate. So, Dobbin, Milner and Evans all start. So many on half health. We are in the trenches, people. But we did not get to the Championship in 2 seasons, just by laying over and giving up. And I believe in this Wrexham side. I believe in the fight and the spirit. We might not have Paul Mullen. We might not have Alex Lowry. We might not have Will Smallbone. But I believe in these boys. They will fight for the badge. They will do what they can to continue making history for this side. The Hornets against the Red Dragons for the final time this season at the Racecourse Ground. What can we do here? Well, it would be, do you know what, a really positive first half considering the changes we've had to make. Lewis Dobbin, I know he's starting, Aubameyang has been our absolute star coming in for Mullen, but Dobbin was decent up top in the first half, making his presence known. We were definitely the better of the 2 sides in this 45, but going into the break, it would be Watford who would be the happier because we were tied, meaning they would be going through 4-3 on aggregate right now. So, good performances do not matter if you're not winning games. And, 15 minutes into the second half, Watford almost put the game to bed with an acrobatic bicycle kick that Johnson claws out of the top corner. What a save. What a moment. And we are still tied as we make a few changes. Mendy, Chambers and Elliot Lee all on. Johnson saving from Schmidt there in the 72nd minute. What a save. Sam Johnson, he was at fault for some of the goals in the first leg. He is definitely making up for it here. And now we're looking to counter-attack. Devine into Lewis Dobbin. Dobbin, what a chance this is. Driving 3-on-1. Lewis Dobbin. Oh, what a save. Was that the chance? Dobbin 1-on-1. Bachmann with the save. Corner comes in. Bachmann with another save. It's not even Bachmann. It's Barkas. I don't know who the hell that is. But Watford are making save after save, and now the Hornets are coming up down the other end. This game is opening up. Pedrosa, who got 2 goals in the first leg. What a save, Sam Johnston. Oh, God, this is so tense. I can't handle it. Rocco Vata. We've got 5 minutes left. Jacob Mendy down the right-hand side. What he's doing there, I do not know. Mendy cuts back. Has Rocco on the overlap. Rocco. Elliot Lee. Elliot Lee! Oh, my God. Elliot Lee's first goal of the season. What a moment. Saving our campaign. Wow. Maybe taking us to extra time. Elliot Lee popping up with a worldie. He has been here from the start. He is just one of 2 players that have been here since day one. Elliot Lee, Paul Mullin. What a finish. What a finish from Elliot Lee. Oh my God, what a time to score your first goal of the season. We sub off Alfie Devine, not by choice. He is just absolutely spent. Aubameyang is on, not a bad replacement. We know what Watford did to us in the last leg after we scored late, so let's see it out, and we do. We are heading to extra time. Oh my God, the drama. 180 minutes couldn't separate us, and now we have a further 30, and what a start it is! Aubameyang does it again! This guy, oh my words. It's taken almost 200 minutes of these semi-final fixtures, but finally we lead against Watford. We have something to hold on to against Watford. Rocco Vata drives down the right-hand side. He cuts it back to Aubameyang, and his shot, it deflects massively off Wes Hout. Wes Hout. Hoot? I think it's Hoots. I was getting mixed up with the Leicester defender there. Wes Hoot, it goes in off of him. It's actually going to go down as an own goal, but Aubameyang with the shot, and we have something to hold on to here. 15 minutes. Herrera down the left-hand side. He's looking for anything now. Johnston with the palm, but it goes up. Get it out, for God's sake. Oh my God, I can't take it. We've just got to hold on a couple more minutes. What a chance here. Johnston on the save off the post. He slides in. Oh my God, I thought it might have been a penalty. Johnston with the save, he gets a hand onto it, it hits the post. Someone came sliding in, I think it was Josh Albert. There's the final whistle. Oh my God, mental, absolutely mental. We couldn't do it against Watford. 4 times this season we'd played them, 2 draws, 2 defeats. We had to beat them today. We did. Elliot Lee with an 89th minute worldie to take us to extra time. And then an own goal via a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang shot. That guy has been an absolute saint for us since coming in for Paul Mullin. And somehow, some way, we are finding our way to Wembley yet again. I knew we could do it. I said at the start of the game, if we can just find that fight, that determination, we will make it there. And on the 30th of May 2027, we will face off with Norwich City, the Canaries, for a place in the Premier League. The most valuable game in football is going to be decided between Norwich and Wrexham, the Canaries and the Red Dragons. We're back to, well, I was going to say a full-strength side, but as full strength as they can be considering the injuries. Norwich unbeaten in their last 5, winning 4 of those. They drew with Blackburn after winning the first leg 3-1 and looking like they were sailing through to Wembley. This is going to be an interesting one. Twice we played Norwich this season, of course, as you would do in a normal league campaign. We beat them 4-1 and then lost 3-2. They finished third on 85 points, 25 wins, 10 draws, 11 defeats. We finished 4th, just 4 points behind them on a similar record, 23 wins, 12 draws, 11 defeats as well. Angus Gunn won the Golden Glove with Norwich with 13 clean sheets. Johnston in third with 10. It noted in 12 less games as well, might I add. Norwich drew, as I said, in their last game, which ended their 4-match winning streak, but we're back to our strongest 11. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top. Koulibaly back from suspension. Josh O at left back. Milner's last game of his career, no matter what happens. Let's see what we can do. Sam Johnston captaining the side today. Well, we'd start off strong, forcing the first corner of the game, and then Angus coming up with a brilliant save. I think that was Jacob Greaves looking for his first goal in this postseason. Rising high was the big man. Big header, but Angus Gunn with a save, showing why he has those 13 clean sheets. 14, I guess, if you include the playoffs. but the pressure isn't done there. Bennett with the ball in. Oh my God, Aubameyang's hit the post. Wow, we almost take an early lead here at Wembley. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang challenged and, well, it hit the post. I think the man on the line would have had it covered as well. But let it be known as well, this is our third trip to Wembley in 4 seasons. We have won both of our previous fixtures here. We won the playoff fixture in League 2 back in Season 1. We won the League 1 playoff fixture back in Season 2. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. Well, Kwanzaa with actually a bad clearance after winning the ball back, and Gibbs here looking to punish us. Kamara, he's got a square man. He finds him, and it's Adam Eder who grabbed a brace against us when they beat us 3-2 earlier in the campaign. He gives those travelling, well, I say travelling fans, all the fans here are travelling today, those Canary fans, those Norwich fans, they are sent into delirium as they see their side take a 1-0 lead against the run of play, I must add, but it doesn't matter. Eder finds the back of the net once again, beating Johnson, who's wearing the armband today. And against the run of play, Norwich have a 1-0 lead with 9 minutes to go in this first half. Can we respond? Can we respond before half-time? Perhaps it would be great to get a goal back. Kwanzaa on the ball, who gave the ball away for that goal. That was not the first time Kwanzaa's given the ball away, actually, and it's led to a goal. That's something that Jarrell needs to work on. But Jewis and Bennett down the line into Aubameyang. Oh, my God. He has been a blessing. PEA. What a man Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is. He has filled in phenomenally for Paul Mullin. And what a response just before half-time. Jewis and Bennett with yet another assist. Aubameyang with yet another goal. 7 in 6 league games. A goal against Watford, and it was his shot that Wesley Hoot deflected in for the winner. How huge has he been? Bennett with the assist, and we are tied at 1 apiece as Rocco Vata picks up a booking. And that will be at half-time here at Wembley in this playoff final. 45 minutes away from Premier League football are Wrexham, but so are Norwich. They've been there before, Wrexham haven't. Oh, God, we are so close, guys. Come on, we can do it. A big 45 coming up. Heading into the second half, it would be Norwich that would start this one better, but Josh Earl winning the ball back. He's been fantastic. I'll give Earl his flowers. He's been brilliant covering for the injuries and suspensions we've had across the back line. He's definitely been worth keeping. He starts a counter-attack, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is there again. Earl wins the ball back inside his own box. We work it down. Alfie Devine flicks it to Aubameyang, who is through 1-on-1, and he is not going to miss. And on the hour mark, PEA. Signing of the season? Maybe. We've already done our player awards, but would Aubameyang be a late contender for signing of the season? He's grabbed, is that 10 goals? Has he got 10 goals for us in, less than 10 games? Incredible impact. Alfie Devine with another assist, and we lead this playoff final. It is in our hands now, guys. It is now in our hands. Can we hold on? It's a big ask. 31 minutes to play. I don't want to just sit back and hold on to this. I want to play the Wrexham way. I want to play attacking football. I want to press, but be smart about it as well. And we know Norwich are no mugs. They've been here before. They've done this. And they will not go down without a fight as they look for an immediate response here. Kamara into Eder, and they find that immediate response. It's those two again, Kamara and Eder, linking up just like they did in the first half. And, it's the Aubameyang and Eder show at this point. Both strikers with a brace. And we are tied again at 2 apiece. Neither side holding on to a lead very well in this one. The nerves are definitely showing. The attacking play is definitely there from both sides, as you would have seen all season. But the nerves are definitely there at the back. Because so much is on the line. There's so much on the line purely, not just from a value kind of sense, a monetary kind of sense, where, the amount of money you get from going into the Premier League through TV rights, through prize money, it's massive. But also, if you look at it long term, if we don't win this game, if we do another season in the Championship, we're going to have to sell half our squad, because these players are good enough to be playing in top leagues, and they will. So much is riding on these last 20-odd minutes. As we do make a sub here, I do want to make a note that George Evans comes off. James Milner comes off for his final ever appearance. His final ever appearance in senior football. What a man, what a performance, what a career he's had, James Milner. You've been brilliant for us, James. We wish you all the best. And on comes George Evans for his last appearance for Wrexham. We know he's moving on. He's going to Italy to play for Pisa. And can he have an impact in his last game for a Wrexham shirt? Well, long ball was sent forward. Aubameyang with the flick on, and Alfie Devine is onside. He must have stayed in his own half. He has the whole of Wembley to run at Angus Gunn, and he does score. Alfie Devine gives us a lead in the 78th minute. How huge could that be? I never really see that. You never really see that, do you? Where like a player has the entire length, half of the pitch to run at. He's 1-on-1. Aubameyang won the flick on. Devine read the flick on, but stayed onside because he stayed in his own half, and he had the whole Norwich half to think about what he was going to do, and he made no mistake. Great finish from Alfie Devine. He has been phenomenal. Goal and assist today. Assist for Aubameyang to match his 2 goals, and we lead 3-2. But once again, we cannot hold a lead, and Sarah gives Norwich. He brings them level for a 3rd time today. Ida with the assist this time, just like Aubameyang, turning provider for the 3rd goal. And once again, it was Kwanzaa giving the ball away. That's twice that's happened now with Jarrell in this match. We cannot afford to keep doing this, okay? We keep leading in this game. We keep giving it up. It's so frustrating. We are going to get punished. Now, Yuri Regier, 87th minute. What can you do, Yuri? Player of the season, signing of the season. George Evans, finds it out wide to Jewison Bennett. Bennett, he's going to hit it. Oh, what a save, Angus Gunn. The Norwich players are surrounding him. They're congratulating him because they know how huge that save was. 88th minute. And wow, Bennett was just 1-on-1 there. It was a tight angle, but he put everything behind that shot. As now, Rocco Vata wins the ball back. Can Aubameyang find him? No, he can't. Oh, the Irishman was through there. That was the chance. And now Norwich, are they going to punish us? Kwanzaa wins the ball back, making up for those mistakes he made in the game, and the referee blows full time. We are heading to extra time here at Wembley. It's going to be 30 more minutes. 2nd game in a row we've gone to extra time. We required it against Watford to overturn them in the 2nd leg of the semi-final. Can we find the same result here? 30 minutes from Wembley. Come on, Wrexham. Well, Regier finds Aubameyang. What a ball, and Alfie Devine's shot is blocked. And then Aubameyang is offside. What a block that was. Crazy, crazy. And now 104th minute. Just on the brink of half-time in the first half of extra time. Jarrell Kwanzaa coming up big again. He made those couple of mistakes in the first, in the 90 minutes to give Norwich the goals, but he's made up for himself there. And now Rocco Vata. He's got Alfie Devine. Alfie Devine! Oh my God, this kid is special. From one end to the other, Jarrell Kwanzaa making up for his mistakes. He wins the ball back in the half, and I thought, okay, we're going to see half-time through here. But we had chance. If we had one more chance, Rocco Vata plays a 1-2 with Aubameyang, I think. Rocco's set through. He has 2 men out to his left. Alfie Devine is one of them. He puts it onto his so-called weaker foot and smashes it past Angus Gunn. And for a 3rd time in this match, we lead Norwich. Can we hold out? Can we make it 3rd time lucky? Alfie Devine has a brace. He has his 3rd goal contribution of the match. This kid is special, I'm telling you right now. We have to hold on because I want Alfie Devine in my team this season, next season. 15 minutes to go. I'm sure the ref's going to blow half-time here. He does. And now it is in our hands. 15 minutes, boys. Come on. We can hold on. Everyone sit back. Everyone defend. We can hold on to this. Oh my God, Fashnat. Surely not again. Big save, Sam Johnston. Come on. Come on, boys. Everyone. We'll will them on. Big save again from Johnston from the resulting corner. Norwich are pushing for the equaliser. And what a save this is from Johnston. The header goes up. Look at that reaction with the left hand. Oh my God. What a save from the captain. Another corner comes in. And it's headed over. Oh my God, we can breathe. We can breathe. Vatter off for Elliot Lee, the hero from the 2nd leg of the semi-final. Everyone behind the ball now, boys. 2 minutes to go. Johnston's taken as much time as he possibly can. Oh my word, come on. We can do this, boys. Up to Dobbin, who's another sub that's on. He loses the ball. Stacey has it. Jack Stacey. Up to Gibbs. Norwich are running out of time. They have to get the ball forward. They're in Wrexham's half. Nothing silly here, boys. Oh, God, I'm so stressed. Gibbs, into Placheta, into Fashna. They're looking for a way through. Soloy, into the middle. Oh, my God, was that a foul? No, it wasn't. Johnston clears. We're into injury time and it's over. It's over. Wrexham. Wrexham are Premier League. Let's go. Come on. Wow. What a journey. What a journey, man. What a game. What a playoff. Wow. The 2 legs against Watford were ridiculous. The late drama in both games. And then to get to the final, to get to Wembley for a 3rd time in 4 years, and to win for a 3rd time in 4 years. It's just special. This is becoming our second home now, the capital of England. Down in London, Wembley Way. We love it down here. 3rd visit, 3rd success, 3rd playoff trophy we're lifting. We haven't won a league. We haven't gone up automatically. We haven't done it the easy way. But Wrexham, after 4 seasons, are going to be playing Premier League football as Sam Johnston lifts the trophy. I wish this is something they would fix. I wish they would have the whole squad involved, injured players of all sorts, because Paul Mullin, the club captain, would be involved in these, Small Bone, Lowry as well, the injured players that we're missing out. Wow, what a moment. Norwich was so hard to beat, but we put 4 past the best defence in the league, and that's something that we've done consistently throughout these 4 seasons. We've always scored goals. Yes, we've conceded goals, as you see the scoreline in the background there, 4-3. That is an absolute example of that. We always concede, but we always score. And we are Premier League. This was huge. This was huge for us, because if we lost this game, I fear our team would have been torn apart. The players, Devine, Regier, Bennett, they all would have gone, man. They all would have been signed by bigger clubs, deservedly so, because they are quality players that should be playing in the highest of leagues. But now we can hold on to those players. Now we can see those players playing in the top leagues, but wearing a Wrexham shirt. What a season, guys. What a season. It's been a tough one. It really has been a tough one, but we made it. And my God, we're going to see Wrexham in the Premier League. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be so special. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be very, very tough. In 5 years, we've gone from non-league to the Premier League. This is going to be a huge challenge. And as we see the objectives there, we actually completed all of the main objectives from the board, which is fantastic to see. 87 rating. Should be 100, really, let's be honest. But, I'm not too fussed about that. The only one I think we didn't do was sell 2 players and buy 2 players and use up all of our budget, which is quite a difficult one to do. As we go through the other competitions now, Man City beating Arsenal in the FA Cup final. In the Carabao Cup semi-final, West Brom made it all the way to the final. Crazy. Championship West Brom made it to the final. But they were overcome by Man City, who make it a domestic double, winning both cups. Man City beat Arsenal in an all Champions League semi-final, whilst Porto beat Napoli, and Man City made it 3 trophies: FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and Champions League. They beat Porto on penalties. Now, if we check the Premier League, Man City have a chance for a quadruple here. We're going to check it in a bit. If Man City have done the quadruple, that's crazy. We look at the Europa League now. Borussia Dortmund setting up a final against Atalanta, who, of course, won last season's Europa League, but it is Borussia Dortmund that's come out on top. They defeat Atalanta on penalties. In the Europa Conference League, Lille overturned Rennes in an all-French semi-final, whilst Frankfurt beat Salzburg 5-2 to set up the final. Frankfurt facing Lille, and Frankfurt would take it. Germany winning 2 of the 3 major European trophies this season. And as we look at the Premier League, wow, Man City win the quadruple. Crazy scenes. Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea ran off the top 4. Newcastle in 5th. Man United in 6th, with Villa and Spurs in 7th and 8th respectively. And in European spots, Man City winning the quadruple is crazy, by the way. Fair play to them. That is insane. As we scroll down the league, Nottingham Forest in 9th. Obviously, we have a soft spot for them, doing the realistic career mode with them last season. A few of the London clubs mid-table, and then down the bottom, Sheffield United, Burnley and Middlesbrough go down. Middlesbrough, 13 points, just 2 victories in the entire season. They actually only beat Derby's record of 11 points by 2. They've saved themselves an embarrassment there. Wow. In League One, Ipswich and Huddersfield return back to the Championship, whilst Wigan, Reading, and QPR and Peterborough will all face off in the playoffs. Good to see Ipswich and Huddersfield going straight back up. Northampton, Burton, Salford, and Cheltenham all going down to League Two. And in League Two, Carlisle and Swindon, joined by Forest Green Rovers, all going up into League One next season. Stockport, Walsall, Colchester, and Grimsby will face off in the playoffs for that final spot, whilst Crawley and Sutton are relegated to non-league. As we look at a few other leagues, whilst we just wrap up our fourth season in the French league, Paris Saint-Germain win Ligue 1. No surprises there. Now Mbappé-less Paris Saint-Germain. They finished 2 points ahead of Nice, who in turn finished 4 points ahead of Marseille, who all make the Champions League places. In the Bundesliga, Leverkusen matched what they did in real life. They won the Bundesliga and by some margin, 12 points ahead of Dortmund. Bayern Munich finishing third as well. That's actually very much like last season. Leverkusen winning the league by a margin and Bayern Munich finishing third. Interesting. In the Italian league in Serie A, Inter Milan and AC Milan, the rivals, have an identical record, but Inter win it on goal difference. 3 goals scored, 3 higher goals. They had the same amount of wins, draws, losses. That's insane. Imagine losing to your rivals on goal difference. That's crazy. Fair play, though. In the Eredivisie in the Dutch league, PSV win it by a 13-point gap to AZ Alkmaar. Utrecht and Ajax make up the rest of the European spaces. In the Portuguese league, Liga Portugal, Benfica win it by 2 points to Braga, interestingly enough. Porto and Sporting in third and fourth, whilst Vitoria in fifth and pushing for a European place. In the Spanish league, La Liga, Atletico Madrid win the league by 6 points as well, overcoming their rivals Real Madrid. Barcelona finishing in third, Athletic Bilbao in fourth. In the Scottish league, oh my god, just like the Italian league, the two rivals Celtic and Rangers finish on identical records in terms of points, but Celtic win the league on goal difference. And that will be it. That will wrap up our fourth season with Wrexham. What a season it's been, guys. We are in the Premier League. It's taken 70 episodes, but you will be seeing us play in the Premier League next season. It's crazy. Drop a like on the video if you're buzzing to see us in the Premier League. I think that deserves a like, don't you? Crazy scenes, man. It's going to be a big challenge in the Premier League. Little old Wrexham facing the likes of Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal. It's going to be crazy. I cannot wait. New beginnings come in. Drop a like on the video if you're excited for episode 71 and the prospect of Premier League. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in episode 71 very soon.